All right, class. Okay, today is hush, babe, hush, hush, hush. Today's February the 14th. If you haven't done so already, please put your first and last name at the top of your packet. 2/14/22. Hey, babe. Um, everybody says that. We have warm up. Let's do this week. We have homework, warm up, homework, and we have a quiz at the end of. Well, actually, no, we don't. We have study guide that's due. The study guide is the homework. Okay. Your test is Monday. It's not Friday. It's gonna be Monday because I'm not gonna be finished by Friday. So we're gonna go ahead and make the test on Monday. Okay. All right. Our tutoring this week, virtual tutoring, is Wednesday, same time, 3 p.m. Remember, if you can't make that time, we can work something out. Just text me and remind or send me an email, okay? And I'll be more than happy to work that out. I feel like I forgot about something that's due. If I do, then I'll make the adjustment later. But for right now, I think that's it. Oh, God, thank you. I thought I said it a million times today. Thank you. Okay, so don't forget about iReady. I knew it was something major. I just couldn't think of it. Yes, baby. Yeah, go ahead. Okay, so your iReady project is due on Friday. Please make sure, guys, the lesson, the teacher lesson, that's super duper important that you understand that material. That's why I assigned it to you. Okay, and I signed two of them. Both of them are extremely important. Okay. All right, so today we're going to do some notes. Our notes today are going to be we're going to do exponential reg in the calculator, graphing in the calculator, and then we're going to do word problems. And you're going to do some, I probably will let you work with the partner on word problems. And it's exponential word problems, okay? All right, so your homework tonight, we have the study guide in this packet. So it's study guide problems 1 through 7. Show work. I'm going to give you some white paper. Show your work, box in your answers, okay? Show work, box in answers. Please do that on the white paper that I give you because when we submit this assignment, I don't want you to take pictures of the study guide itself. I want you to take pictures of the white piece of paper. That's a lot of pictures. The study guide is a couple pages long. I don't need all those pictures. I only need the pictures of the work, which is the white papers. Any questions, comments, or concerns? Okay. I am going to create a homework help video. I may do it nightly. I'm not sure yet. I'm still on the fence about it because it is a study guide. So we'll see. Okay. I'm going to think about it and I'll let you know. If I send one, it'll be in the, I think I'm not going to send one because I need you to try it first. So I'm not going to send it, but I will make a video for the study guide at the end of the week. Okay. Because I do need for you to try the problems before I just tell you what the answers are. So you're doing 1 through 7 tonight. There is no warm up this week. Okay. All right. And so why did I put warm up? There's no warm up. Just because it's a routine. You know how you get in the habit of doing something and that's just what you do. All right. Open up your interactive notebook. Everybody should have a calculator. If you don't, please go get your calculator. Yes, babe. Planner. All right. I'm going to write your stuff in blue in the planner. This is week 4. This is the 14th through the 18th, Q3W4. Our homework for tonight, Math 1. I'm not doing a help video because I want you to do those problems on your own before I tell you the answers. You do have virtual tutoring on Wednesday. It's the same time. It's at 3 p.m. Guys, if you're coming, think about it. If you're coming, but you're not gonna show up until 3:30, you need to shoot me a message at 3 o'clock and say I'm still gonna make it. I'm just coming at 3 because if I'm there and I've waited for 30 minutes, I'm not going to continue to wait any longer. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So just tell me that you're going to show up late so then I can come in late. But please don't assume that I'm just going to stay there until you get there because I got other things that I could do. If you're coming, just say I'm running late and I am going to make it. But don't assume that I'm just going to stay there until 4 or something. If nobody is there, I'm going to shut it down and go home. Okay? Any questions? All right. Friday, we are going to go over our study guide. We're not going to do our test this day, but I am going to write here that your test is Monday. You have a test Monday. This is Math 1. Your test is on Monday. That's when we're going over the study guide. That's when I'll probably do the study guide video, to be honest. And that way you will go over the answers and anything that you need help with, we can do it that day. Yes, babe.
What's the name of the quiz?
What's the name of the who?
The quiz.
Exponential functions? Which one? You talking about the test?
Whatever we're doing Monday.
This homework. The study guide.
No, I mean next Monday.
The test, exponential functions test. Your iReady project is due Friday. And if you haven't put your digital interactive notebook together, you need to go ahead and start taking pictures of your notebook. Just don't wait till the last minute. Any questions, comments, or concerns? Does everybody know where to find iReady project and digital interactive notebook? All right, cool beans. Yes, baby.
Do you have to write the iReady thing on paper?
No, you can just, no, you don't have to. All right, let's go ahead and put our planner away. Take out your notebook. You should have your calculator. The last page we did was page 16 in our notebook. So this is going to be page 17. We graph exponential functions. I think that was Thursday. And today we are going to do exponential reg in the calculator. We're going to write the equation or find the exponential function equation in the calculator. So this is page 17. Writing the equation. Yes, baby. Go ahead, sweetie. Writing equations for exponential functions. And we're doing that in the calculator. We're going to write our steps on how to do that. Pause so you can write it. All right, so look, we are going to write equations, exponential equations in the calculator, and it's going to be very, very easy. We're going to go skip right into an example. I'm going to give you an example, and it's going to be a very easy one. So let me type one in real quickly. This is the table, and we're going to write the steps along on the side, okay? So we're going to do a table. We got X, we got Y, and let's do this. Let me see if I can find one that's good. Okay, so we got 0, 2, 1, and 6, 2 and 18, 3 and 54. And let's do one more. Let's do 4 and 162. All right, so now some of us can probably guess that this is an exponential function. How can we look at this table and tell that this is an exponential and not linear? Yes.
Because you see, it's not like adding or subtracting by like the same number. It's not like it's different.
Okay, you're right. It's not adding or subtracting to get to the next number, so it's not linear. You're exactly right. How do we know it's exponential? Yes.
It's multiplying by a number.
It's multiplying by the same number or common ratio to get the next number. What would be the common ratio here? Yes.
3.
The common ratio would be 3. Okay, so your B here would be 3. Okay. What's your starting would be? Are you okay? You all right? You look sad. What's your starting? It would be 2. How do I know that 2 is going to be my y-intercept or my starting?
That's where X is.
Because that's where X is 0. Very simple. Very good, baby. That's where X is equal to 0. Good job. All right, and knowing this information, how do I write this as an exponential? Ian, you want to come sit up here? Okay, come on now, get it together. How do I write this as an exponential function? Yes, babe.
Would it be
Y equals?
2 times 3 to the x.
Very good. Okay. All right, so now we should be able to type this in the calculator and get the exact same answer. So this is how you type this in the calculator. First, let's clear our calculator. What are the steps to clearing the calculator, y'all?
Second plus 7.
Very good. So we're gonna do it. Second plus 712. Okay, we're gonna clear our calculator. So let's do our steps. We're gonna put the steps over here. Please make sure that you make your steps clear so later on when you go back and read over your work, you'll know how to do it, okay? You'll have directions. All right, so very first thing, the first thing that we're going to do is press stat. We're going to press stat. Now we're going to press enter on edit. We're going to press enter on edit. And then we're going to type in the values from the table. We're going to type in table values. Okay? Write this in and then let's do it. And this is the same steps that we did for linear functions. We did the same thing, so we're going to do this together. Go ahead and clear your calculator, babe. Got your calculator cleared? Second plus 712. All right, so we press. Remember, let me do second plus 712. So the first thing we do was press the stat button. Your stat button is right here. So please press this button, the stat button. Now you're going to press enter. That's a button on edit. So enter is right here. And now you're going to type in the table values, okay? So let's type in these table values. Are you okay? All right. So we're going to type in under the L1 values, the X values here, L2 there, okay? So L1, we have 0, and then press enter. 1, enter. 2, enter. 3, enter. And 4, enter, okay? Press those. Type those in, okay? Y'all got it? Y'all okay? Think of you good? Now we're going to arrow over and type in the Y values. So press this arrow over to L2, and we're going to type in these Y values. So we got 2, enter, 6, enter, 18, enter, 54, enter, 162. Enter. Okay. Type these in. Hold it up so I can make sure everybody's with me. Good job. Very good. Very good. Very good. You missing some values. Very good. Press enter on yours. Very good. Very good. Very good. Okay. Good. This row is good. Good job. And very good, baby. Where's yours? Okay. Good job. Sammy, what are you doing, Sammy? You look guilty, Sammy. Good. 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 You got yours good. All right. Okay, so now we did that. So let's write the next steps. After you do that, you're going to press stat again. So number 4, press the stat button. Then you're going to go over to calc. See how you press that? Your screen should look like this. Then you're going to arrow over to calc. You're going to press the arrow button. Go over to calc. Okay? See how I press over to calc? Mm-hmm. Now you're going to go down and find ExpReg. Down. You see it? Number 6. Okay. We're going to press enter on ExpReg. Press enter on, and it's ExpReg. Okay. Write that down.
EXP or EXP?
EXP. Got it? Okay, so let's do that in the calculator. We pressed that already. We went over to calc. Now we're going to press enter on ExpReg. So we're going to find ExpReg. It's right here. And press enter on that. And then we're going to press enter again so we can get our numbers. Okay. Any questions? So do you see that our A in the calculator is 2 and our B, our common ratio in the calculator is 3 raised to the X power? Any questions about how we did that?
Yeah.
What's your question?
Oh,
Are you good? You sure? All right, so now clear this part. Now I'm going to type it. I'm going to type it so that the calculator automatically graphs it. So go back to stat. Go to calc. Go down to ExpReg. Follow directions. Don't go ahead of me, okay? Press enter there. Now when you get to this screen, you're going to press second 1, comma, second 2. I know you probably remember this from the linear functions.
yeah.
Comma, what do you think I'm going to do now? Vars. And then where?
The
Y vars. And then how many times do I press enter?
3.
1, 2, 3. Okay, I get the same thing, only now under y equals, it has placed, I don't know why I did all that. It has placed the equation there, okay? So now I can just graph it. Yes.
I went to, I don't know what happened.
What did you go?
It showed up like the same.
Y equals?
It showed up. Oh.
Spit it out. Come on. I don't know what you're saying.
Okay, I see.
I don't know. Yes, baby.
What do you do if you do second bars?
Oh, after second bars? Shh. Calm down, Elijah. Did you figure out what you wanted to say?
Yes.
What?
After you do that, you go to Y, then it should pop up.
Correct.
Oh.
Okay. So you wanted to know, go back to this screen. You want, after I pressed stat, I went over to calc. I'm doing it again, okay? I know you know that part. I just have to do it again. And then I press this, second 1, comma, second 2, comma, then it's vars. Right? Vars is right here. And then you go over to y vars. and then you press enter 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Got it?
Yep.
Okay, good deal. Anybody else? And then that's where in the calculate you press y equals, I don't know, it's got 2 points, whatever. But it puts the equation there. And then when you graph it, remember, if the graph doesn't show, you can always do a zoom. You can go to zoom fit, and the calculator will pick a graph that fits it, or that they think that fits it. If that doesn't work for you, you can always do zoom out, zoom in. If you need to go back to the standard coordinate plane, then you press zoom and Z standard. That will give you back the original coordinate plane, 10 up, 10 down, 10 left, 10 right. Okay, Alyssa, sit up, baby. You okay? Okay, good deal. All right, I'm going to give you 2 to do on your own. Any questions?
No.
Okay, good deal. So let's do example number 2. You're writing an equation for this. Okay, write the equation. Use the calculator to write the equation for that one.
We can't see.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Bless you. Okay. I'm going to pause to give you a chance to type these in and find the equation. Okay, so you clear your calculator. I'm going to clear my calculator. Second plus 7, 1, 2. Sorry. Second plus 7, 1, 2. All right, so now, first thing that I do, what button do I press first? I press the stat, and then where do I go? Enter on edit, and then what am I going to do? Type in my values. I got my x values first, -1, then 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Enter. Then I'm going to type in these values, 0.45, enter, 0.9, enter, 1.8, enter, 3.6, enter, 7.2, 14.4. Okay? All right, after you enter your numbers in, where do you go after that? You go to stat, calc, ExpReg. Okay, and then that's it if I just want the equation, okay? All right, so this is what I have. So how do I write this as an equation? Y is equal to what?
Y is equal to
0.9
0.9, somebody said, times what?
times 2 to the x power.
I'm going to put it in parentheses just because it has a decimal. But this is it. Raise your hand if you got that right. All right, good deal. Okay. So let's do the next one. I'm going to clear my calculator again. Second plus 712. All right, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to follow the same procedures over again. Okay, let me slide this. So I'm going to go to stat, edit, and I'm going to type the x values in. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Go over, and I'm going to type the y values in. 1.2, 1.8, 2.7, and 4. Okay? So now where do I go? Oh, sorry, 4 point. Yeah, 4.05. Okay. All right, so now where do I go after that? I go to stat, then where? Calc. Very good. Okay, and then I just press enter there. Okay, so how do I write this as an exponential function? Very good. All right, raise your hand if you got that one correct. Okay, great. All right. Okay, so now you can put this away for now. And I gave you a sheet. This is where we're going to start working on word problems. You have word problems in your homework. So please make sure that you listen. Oh, it's under here. He's down. Thank you. Make sure you leave him one. Did you leave him one? There you go. Yeah, he went to the bathroom. All right. Let's keep going, okay? Oh, I didn't pause it. Okay, so exponential growth and decay. I want this in our notebook, but I hadn't figured out. You see what I did? I did the front and the back. That's not what I meant to do, but it's done. So I'll figure out how we're going to put it in our notebook a little later.
You can have us only do the front.
No. All right. I can staple the top corner. Great idea. All right. So look at this. It says exponential growth and decay. Many problems will give you a rate. Okay, will give you your rate of growth or your decay of growth as a percent. Okay, so if it gives you the percent instead of giving you the common ratio, you can't use this form. You're going to have to use either 1 plus or minus whatever the percent is. Okay, so if it's exponential growth, the formula that you're going to use for exponential growth is going to be y is equal to C or A. Doesn't matter. Sometimes you'll see C, so let me write C. This is the starting amount, parentheses 1 plus R to the X or T power. Sometimes they'll use T for X because we're talking about time in these problems. Okay? So instead of seeing X, you might see T. For exponential decay, it's going to be y is equal to C, parentheses 1 minus R. Very good, babe. To the X or T power. Remember, this right here is still B. This is still B. Okay? So B for exponential growth is 1 plus R. B for exponential decay is 1 what? Minus R. And again, your R is your rate, and it's going to be written as a decimal. So you always going to change. If it's 50%, you're going to write 0.5 as a decimal. You're going to write it as a decimal. Any questions about that? You have to convert your percentages to decimals. All right, so let's start off. Let's see what we get. Number 1. Are there any questions before I move on?
Do we put decimal on the top one?
Hmm?
On the first one.
Yeah, percent to a decimal. Yeah. I said it and didn't write it. Thank you, babe. All right, so let's look at number 1. Number 1 says in 1990, the population was 13 million. So in this year, it was 13 million. And the population increased at a rate, see, they give you a percent, it increased at a rate of 1.7% each year. So every single year it goes up by that percent. Okay, write a function that represents the growth since 1990. So 1990 is the 0 year. Okay, so let's look at this. Y is, of course, our total population. A is our starting amount. What's our starting amount in this problem?
13 million.
The 13 million. Okay, any questions about that? What's our growth rate?
1.7.
1.7%. And we changed the percent to a decimal. What's the decimal going to be?
0.17.
0.017. Good job. Remember, you got to move it twice. Okay. A, B, C, D. What's our growth factor? How do we find the growth factor? What one? B equals 1 plus R. So what's the R here?
That's
0.017.
Very good. So when I add those together, what do I get for my growth factor?
1.017. Or 1.
You said it right. All right. And then X represents the years since what year?
1990.
1990. And so now we can write our equation. Okay. So how do you think you would write this as an equation? We got Y is equal to
13 million.
13 million. So we're going to write in terms of millions. So just going to say 13. And then times what? 1 point.
1.017.
And what else?
X.
To the X power. This is our equation. I'm circling that because that's major. Okay. Any questions about how we did that? All right, we're about to do it again. You ready? Okay. Are you ready for real? For real? Okay. Okay, so in 1998, Clayton had a population of about 13,000 people. The population is increasing at a rate of 1.4 per year. Write an equation to model the increase. What's the initial amount? 13,000 people. Okay. What's the growth rate?
1.4%.
1.4%. How do we write that as a decimal?
0.014.
Very good. Move the decimal over 2 times to the left. And then how do we find our growth factor?
B
equals 1 plus R.
Okay, and so to find B, we're going to substitute this in the place of R. So B is equal to 1 plus 0.014, which is equal to what?
1.014.
Okay. And then the X represents the years since what?
1998.
Any questions? So now how do we write this as an equation? 13,000 times 1.014. Okay. To the X power. Common ratio, right? Sorry. Any questions about that? All right. The half-life of iodine is in 4 days. So it takes 4 days to get to half the life of this iodine. That's when it wears down to half its lifespan. Okay. So only takes 4 days to get there. A technician measures 40 milliliters sample of iodine. This is the name of the iodine right here. Okay. That's just the name. How much of this iodine is left in the sample after 4 days. Okay. All right. So what's the starting amount?
40.
That's going to be 40. Okay. So for 4 days, it's at its half life. What's you can do this out to the side. The starting is going to be 40.
Mm-hmm.
And then the half life that in 4 days, what's half of 20? Okay. So now we have to figure out what the growth rate is. Let's see. What's a couple? What's the easiest way to do. I could show you calculator. Yeah, is that yeah? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it so you can see it. All right, so let's go to stat. Let's see what it gives us. Let's clear our calculator. 2nd plus 7, 1, 2. Let's go to stat. Let's see if it's going to give it to us. We only got 2 points, so let's see if it'll give it to us. It may. And let's type in 40? And 4 and 20. And this is exponential growth, or is this exponential decay, y'all? Decay. All right. And let's see what it's going to do. Stat, calc. Where do we go from here? Yeah, let's see what they give us. Okay. All right, so they gave us, okay, they did pretty good. Okay, so here, how do we figure out what our growth rate is? Anybody know? If they gave us, let's round to the nearest
50%.
Let's round our B to, let's round to the nearest hundreds. So how do we write this as an equation? Y is equal to what? Oh, they got a y is equal to here. Y is equal to what? 40 times 0.84. Let's just do 84. We can round it. It's okay. To the what? All right, so now let's figure out how we find out what our R is. How do we find our R?
1 minus R.
So we got B is equal to 1 minus R. What's our B?
0.84.
0.84. Very good. So now to find our R, what are we going to do to find our R? Yes. Anybody?
1 minus 0.84.
So we're going to subtract 1 on both sides. So this is going to be a negative what? Remember, when you type this in, you type in 0.85, or is it 4? What did I do? 4. I put 5, but it's supposed to be 4. 184 minus 1. What's 184? I'm sorry, what is 0.84 minus 1? That's a negative what? 0.16. And now we got negative R. So how do we get rid of the negative? Divide both sides by negative 1. So what percent is 0.16 going to be? 16%. So this is 0.16, or it's 16%. And we already figured this was what? 0.84. And what's the X going to be?
4 days.
Okay, it's the time. The X represents the number of days. Oh, they wanted us to solve. That's okay. We good. We already figured that out. All right, turn over to the back. All right, see if you can do these. See if you can do the number 4 on your own. Let me see how you do with that by yourself before I say do the whole thing.